Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Brian Kramer. I'm the state attorney for the 8th Judicial Circuit, and I just would comment to say that it's wonderful that we have these kind of agreements, because not just the legality of what's happening here, so that we have the legal ability to carry out the duties that we need to carry out with the ease that's necessary to combat crime in the way that we need to do it, but also that we have the level of cooperation amongst our sheriffs, who have open lines of communication, that they have understanding between themselves on how they're going to run their business and how they're going to work together with each other. But also, and this is where 4 counties meet, but this is where 3 judicial circuits meet. The 8th Circuit has Bradford and Alachua, as the sheriff said, but also we have the 4th Judicial Circuit and the 7th Judicial Circuit. And so the law already contemplates how crimes that happen across circuit boundaries will be handled, but this agreement is representative of the cooperation that exists not only between the sheriffs but between the state attorney's offices in how those crimes will get prosecuted and how we work together to get those crimes done. So it's an absolutely wonderful event. Thank you to the host for having us here. The food in the back is wonderful, and thank you all for hosting me. Thank you.
Now then, without further ado, I'm going to kick it over to the stars of the show, Sheriff Michelle Cook from Clay County.
Good morning. I'll keep my comments very brief, but we know that crime knows no boundaries. We know that criminals don't care about jurisdictional lines. And for me, the intent of this Four Corners agreement is more than ceremonial. It's really about protecting the men and women who come out here every single day to keep this community safe. It's about making sure that we on the back end have the proper paperwork, as silly as that sounds, in place so that when our deputies are out here doing God's work, that their arrests are valid, and that if they're injured or if there's any sort of critical incident, that they're protected. So I appreciate the other sheriffs willing to enter into this agreement. I know we recently assisted Bradford County with some armed suspects that were in the RV resort, and it's because of these agreements that are in place that we're able to seamlessly do this and seamlessly go after the people that are out here trying to threaten our communities. So thank you for Mossman Hall for hosting this. We very much appreciate it, and thank you for the opportunity to be a part of this.
Putnam County Sheriff Gator DeLoach.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here with you today. First and foremost, I want to thank Mossman Hall for extending their hospitality and hosting this event for us today. This is a very special signing of this particular agreement because it hasn't been all that long ago that there was a lapse in this agreement based on Sheriff Gainey's predecessor's unwillingness to participate. So I'm particularly grateful to Sheriff Gainey, Sheriff Smith, and Sheriff Cook for coming here together with us to re-solidify this agreement and formalize it so that we are back all working together as we should be and should have been all along. It's no big secret based on my comments that I'm a huge advocate of Sheriff Gainey's. He has my full and unwavering support in his campaign to retain the position that he's in, and I hope that all of you who are Alachua County residents will extend that to him as well. Again, it's a pleasure to be here with you today, and thank you.
Bradford County Sheriff Gordon Smith.
I'm gonna get straight to it. This agreement does one thing. It's for the men and women, as Sheriff Cook has already said. It's about catching the bad guys. It's about catching those that come in and think we have boundaries, and taking those boundaries away, allow us to do the right thing to keep our community safe. That's really what it's all about. We did have a little lapse there. I don't want to go into what the reasons may or may not have been. Might have been me, my looks, I don't know. But all that is set aside, this is the right thing to keeping our community safe. Fully support it. And this is one of these joining. I work with some of the greatest women and men of law enforcement. They're sitting right here at this table, and I'm blessed. And it's doing the right thing for those that work for us. Ooh, look at fumble. And tore stuff up. Art, that must have been Alachua County stuff. It's broken, but we're going to fix it.
And last but not least, my boss, Sheriff Emery Gainey.
Well, thank you, Art. Fellow sheriffs, thank you all. Sheriff Darnell, thank you. State Attorney Kramer, and each and every one of you that is here today. Ms. Stanley from Mossman, President, thank you, and your fellow board members as well for allowing us to be in this rich history place here today. And you know, she's invited us all to take a look around. So before you leave, you got some time, please do explore all aspects of it. Ms. Stanley has made that invitation available to us. You know, I thought I'll start a little bit by talking about sheriffs a little ways back. There was something called the Florida Sheriff's Bureau that started back in the 60s, where sheriffs recognized the need to come together to chase criminals across jurisdictions. You heard each of the sheriffs talk about that. So there's been cooperation since then, and as years go along, they've solidified that cooperation even more. In the 80s, all sheriffs in the state of Florida start signing the Florida Sheriff's Mutual Aid Agreement, and they continue to sign that every single year, even when sheriffs change, quite frankly. That allows certain authority, when granted by other sheriffs across the state of Florida, or as we all know, when hurricanes and natural disasters, other critical things come up, a fellow sheriff can call upon sheriffs and have in their county hundreds of deputy sheriffs in a moment. I know Sheriff Darnell had the incident here not too terribly long ago in the county where we individuals coming to town to spew a lot of hate. And I know she has folks as far away as Martin County for sure, maybe Miami-Dade came up to help her. And of course, that's what we do. We've seen that recently with the hurricanes as well. So the opportunity to come back, particularly with these 4 counties where we are close together, a need to work to exactly what every sheriff said. Criminals don't respect jurisdictional boundaries. Neither can we. Neither we can allow that. So the ability to work together collectively, the 4 of us, to ensure that we quickly and efficiently arrest those who are committing crimes, no matter which of these 4 counties was in. That's an easy answer for me. Absolutely, we would do that. I've had the opportunity to know all 4 of these 3 sheriffs for quite some time. We worked together on a number of issues. Even when I was in Tallahassee at the Attorney General's office, we got to still work together. Obviously, during the course of my career, we worked together. And Michelle, I think you were still at JSO when we first started working at the 9/11. And obviously, Gator over here and Gordon, I've known forever, quite frankly, as well. But you know, it's the opportunity, and that's what has to be first and foremost. Cooperation, working together, making sure all of our citizens are safe. And particularly in such a unique situation where by just a mile or so, you can be in one of 4 counties, you know, here in this community. So whatever deputy sheriffs from these jurisdictions are out and available, when we have these ongoing warrants or serious crimes, we want everyone to know, our citizens, our communities, but also the bad guys. You may see a different name on the side of that car, but you're going to jail if you're committing crimes. And we're going to support each other and make sure that happens, along with our prosecutors as well. So also, we all know the other 2 prosecutors have very good relationships with them as well. So we look forward to doing that. So we're going to sign this agreement again. Once again, Sheriff Darnell, thank you for starting it, quite frankly. It's an honor to keep it going. You heard that we had a little hiccup. That's over. We're here back to cooperate together unequivocally, and not just here in the 4 corners. You need something from Alachua County, and your sheriff authorizes you, because I know they do it, like I do with my shift commanders. Make the phone call, and we're here to help. We're here to work together. I know that each one of them the same. I call upon them and need something from their respective counties. I know that we're going to get it, and we're going to address those issues together. So we are proud of the opportunity to sign this together. We're going to get to it because there's food back there that we want you to participate in and eat this morning. So thank you again all for coming out and being a part of this great ceremony.
If y'all sign and then pass to your left, we'll have the last one picked up and brought around.